Alright guys, last drawing. This is going to be 2.8, the ratchet wheel. As we all know, the scale never changes for this unit. Unit 2. Okay, so last one. This one's a fun one. Okay, there's a lot of tricks to this that I want you guys to kind of keep your eye on, and a couple mess ups that I made as in AutoCAD, which I'll have to fix later. But watch this because it'll speed things up so much quicker for you. Here we are, blowing it up just like we do all the other ones. We're going to use the triangles to space our teeth and the holes, which means all the tips and the actual tooth or the flat spot. Real quick, just so we know, the outside of this tooth is at 152, and this is millimeters. Keep this in mind because we got really large numbers. So 152 millimeters. I'm 15 degrees apart at each tooth, and they got to be 90 degrees. My inside circle is 127 diameter. The small circles are a 25 diameter, and this radius here is going to be a 92 diameter, which will go over the keyway. This ream, which means that reamed out hole right there, has a diameter of 19.05, and then the hub means also diameter of 38, and then the keyway, which we'll go over. So right away I'm just going to start by drawing a bunch of arcs and get started with something and then work from there. Okay. So remember, I'm dealing with my metric scale, right? So flip this around. I'm going to first do the 152. So half of 152, of course, is 67. Or 66, I'm sorry, or 76. There's 76. This is the outside of all the teeth. So real quick, very light, right? Nothing crazy. And then half of the, I think that's going to be, oh, what was it? 127. So that's going to be 65 and a half. Or 63 and a half. Wow. It's a late night. Sorry, guys. Okay. Now this one I'm going to darken because nothing happens to this line. Okay. Now this circle here with all the other circles around it is at a 92 diameter. So of course we're going to do half of 92. Now this one here has got to be light because it's not darkened at all. So there it is. Now real quick, I'm going to do the diameter of the big one, which is going to be 38. So I'm going to set this to 19. And I'm going to get the smaller compass now to make it easier on myself. Now this one can be dark because nothing happens to this one. Okay. And then half of the 19.05 is going to be 9.525. So there is no possible way to get this thing so close. So we're just going to get it semi-close. And I'm going to be very light over the top. But then I'm going to get dark right here because I know that doesn't move on me. I'm going to stop there. I'm not going to get any darker until I know. So I got this, I got that, I got this, I got that. Okay, now I might as well set using my template to draw these 25s because there's no point in me trying to set that compass every single time. The other part though is we're going to get to the actual teeth. This one's going to really, you're going to blow by it. But we're going to do this keyway too real quick just so we can get it out of the way. So that's the top of the keyway, right? The keyway has a width of 4.76 or 7.5. So half of, let's just go half of 4 is 2. So 1, 2, and then half of 3/4 is 3/8 roughly. So boom, boom. There's 1, there's 2. So then if I measure this, should be close to almost 5, just barely under. So there's that. Now real quick, I'm going to draw these as very light guidelines, right? Because this is just a keyway. We don't know what the height is. But I do know my height is going to be 2.3. So I'm simply going to come over here and I'm going to go 2.3, 1, 2, 2.3. And now I'm going to darken it because now I know. Okay, come over here. This keyway is done. Okay, come back here with the compass. Again, of course, now I know where I'm starting and stopping. Bingo bango. Someone's at the door. Hang on 1 minute. Okay, no one was at the door. All right, so we're going to draw these circles first before we get out to the teeth because the teeth will be real quick. So notice these things don't have a degree on them, but we can all tell that they're equally spaced. So I'm just going to count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we all know 360 divided by 6 is 60 degrees. Hang on 1 minute. Video, satellite. Did you? Okay, hang on 1 minute, alright, brother? Alright, guys, so real quick, I'm going to grab my template here. And my template is made up of 25, and look here, 25 is the biggest one. Notice I got these little dots out here. I'll use those to my benefit. So, 60-degree increments, I'm sorry. You're 90 degrees here, and then these are 60 degree apart. So technically 90 minus 60 is 30. So these are 30 degrees, and those are at 90. So real quick, I have those ones. I'm going to swing over, and I'm going to do these ones. And I'm just drawing very light on this, because all I'm looking to find is the center, right? Because once I have the center, oh wait, actually I need more than the center. If I'm going to be able to draw these right. I need a straight line so I can line up my holes on my template. So, here we go. I'm going to sharpen this too because we don't want a sucker to be dull and then have all these marks, crap stuff. So, here we go. There's 25. I'm going to simply just set it up here like so. Okay, maybe this template's not going to work very well. We're just going to have to draw it. Okay, so here we are. Set this to 25, right? There's 10. Oh, wait, half of 25 is going to be 12.5, so I'm going to go 12.5 right there. Grab our divider and stab these centers. Not that one. Okay, and now I'm going to draw this. Now I'm going to go dark with it all. Keep going dark. Bingo bango. Alright, last but not least is my teeth, right? Because we've done the circles, we've done those, right? Now I just got to get to the teeth. So what I'm going to do real quick, oh, and you know what's crazy? I'm looking at this. That says 8-2. Let me just double check here. Yeah, see how close these are? Or see how far away these are, and look how close these are. So I set this wrong. That's supposed to be a radius of 82, so these are all going to move in. I screwed that up, and I'm not going to redo it for the video purposes, but more just make sure you turn it in with the right measurements in there. Anywho, let's continue on. So here's the cool part. We know this straight line is 0, and we know this side is 180 degrees, right? Therefore, half of it must be 90, correct? Now, the only section we're going to look at is this, because once we do this section, we can just flip our compasses to get this section. And then once we do this section projects down to here, and this projects down to there. So, real quick, the teeth are 15 degrees apart. And if I know that's 90, minus 15, that's 75. That's to the point. Minus another 15 is 60, then 45, then 30, then 15, and then 0, right? Now, take a look here. See the straight line here? Straight lines are drawn at 180 degrees, are they not? These are at 15-degree increments, which means then this one's going to drop down, and that one's going to be drawn at 15 degrees. Then this one's going to be at 30. Then this one's at 45. I'm just adding 15 to my previous number. There's 60, right? And then look here. This one here, 75. And the last one, take a look. It's completely vertical, which means it's 90 degrees. And then it literally just starts back over. Then it's 75, then it's 60, then it's 45, then it's 30, then it's 15, then it's 0. Then it starts back up. 0, 15, 30, and then so on, right? And then it kind of cycles back and through. So, real quick, we're going to draw this, and then we're done with this video. So, here we are. I need to be 75 degrees for my first point, right? So, I'm going to go 30 plus 45 is 75, but I'm going the wrong way, correct? So, let's just flip-flop it. There we go. All I want to be touching is the outside tooth, and I just want to show a line. Because once we have these lines set up, then we'll be ready to rock and roll. My next part, I have my tooth at 75 degrees. It's flat off that point, off that radius. See how this radius does this? So I'm going to go flat until it comes to a vertical line. I'm going to darken that because that's the bottom of every bloody tooth. Okay? So here we go. There's the top of the tooth. Darken. There's the bottom of the tooth. Here's the top of the tooth. Here's the bottom part of the tooth. Now, real quick, just so when I start drawing all these other angles, okay, I'm going to set this to the bottom of every tooth. And I'm going to draw it so light that I won't ever have to erase it ever again. I won't have to erase it. And it looks like I didn't accomplish that. So it looks like I would have to go back and erase stuff. But there's the bottom of the tooth. Which means now that I have the bottom of every tooth and I have the top of every tooth and I know the angles that I need to draw them at, I'm going to go back and we're going to draw this first one at 75 again. But now I know the bottom of the tooth. So I'm going to darken it. Then 75, right? Minus 15 is 60. I'm going to draw that tooth. Draw the tooth. Right? Then 60 minus 15 is 45. And 45 minus 15 is 30. Look at this, we're almost done. Well, with this section, and I'm not going to do the other section because all you got to do is flip-flop it. But you get the idea. Last one. 15 degrees, right? Going the wrong way. I'm going to flip it. There it is. There's my 15 degrees. Now, while I'm here, I might as well draw this other 15 degrees because that's the bottom of the tooth, right? This one's drawn at 15 degrees with the slant going this way. See my slant? It's going the wrong way, isn't it? So let's just flip-flop it. There's the top of the tooth. There's the bottom of the tooth. I already know where everything's at, so why not just darken it? Now, while I do that one, I might as well come over and do this one, right? Crap part is I can't get to that, so what do I got to do? Roll my stuff up, roll it back down, just like this, and flip-flop it again. And of course, I'm going to have more problems, but we're going to push it away here. There it is. There's the bottom of the tooth. There's the top of the tooth. Bingo, bango. Then, of course, then we have 30, right? There's the top. There's the bottom. Might as well roll it down. I better do this one. Okay, then it's 45. Make 75. Look at this. We're almost done. See that tooth? Going the wrong way. So what do I got to do? Flip-flop it, right? Hang on. If that was drawn at 45. Oh, 60. I don't know why I went to 75 all of a sudden. 60. Here's 60. Bottom of the tooth, top of the tooth. And then the last one is 75. Going the wrong way with it. There it is. There's the top of the tooth. There's the bottom of the tooth. Top of the tooth, bottom of the tooth. Bingo bango. Now I might as well draw these teeth. Now, so I got them all done. I'm going this way. So what do I need to do this? I just simply flip-flop it, right? It's pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to spend the time drawing these. You guys will get it. Keep in mind, you've got to have your center lines everywhere it shows. So take a looking at this. I better have center lines here, 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 around here, and on all those. So I'm not going to waste the time doing this for you, because you kind of know what is expected. You don't freehand this stuff. You got to use your compass when you draw all this, right? So it's such a pet peeve for me when you guys do this, and you guys don't, and you freehand this. If you keep doing it, I will get to the point where I will just start having you redraw this, and you will not like that. But you get the idea, right? Cool beans. All right. That is 2.8 Ratchet Wheel, and that's the end of this unit of 2. Unit 3 is pretty easy. It's arcs and compasses, and we'll go over the portfolio and have some fun. Thank you very much.